Hey, Patrick. I'll be going back to my hometown this weekend.
Huh? Where did this come from all of a sudden? Did something happen?
Apparently, one of my childhood friends has been hospitalized. I was thinking of heading home to see everyone anyway, so I figure it makes sense for me to go so I can see her in the hospital while I'm at it. Another friend told me her and a bunch of the gang from our school days are organizing a class reunion, so I plan on staying over for that.
Oh, I see.
I'll be staying in a business hotel while I'm there.
Huh? Won't you be staying over at your family home?
Even if it is still technically my family home, it doesn't really feel so much like it since my mom and dad passed away. My brother lives there now with his family. His oldest daughter has her finals coming up soon, and I'd feel bad if I got in the way while she's studying so hard.
I guess that's a good point.
I do plan on heading over to see everyone. It has been a while after all. I just don't plan on staying there is all, which is why I booked a business hotel for the trip.
Got it. All right, Elena. Thanks for letting me know.
Hey, baby. I booked us in at the hot spring resort this weekend. I was worried they might not have any rooms left for us because of how suddenly we decided to go. Thank God I phoned in to find out. It turns out the hot spring resort you recommended had 2 spots left. How lucky is that? It's so convenient being a stay-at-home housewife at times like this. I can't imagine being able to book trips and vacations on such short notice like this if I had a regular job. I'm so lucky.
Huh? What's going on, Elena?
Huh?
I thought you were staying in a business hotel in your hometown this weekend.
Oh, Patrick?
Huh? What's going on?
Oh, the business hotel I'm staying at has a hot spring resort.
Wow, really? Is that even a thing? Did you tell me about this before? I'm pretty sure this is the first time you've mentioned anything about a hot spring resort.
Oopsie, honey, sorry. I was sure I told you about it a while back, but I guess maybe I just thought I did after mentioning it to my brother or one of my friends.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, of course I am, silly. It was a really long time ago, way before I actually booked in to stay there recently, so my memory might be a little hazy. Sorry, babe. To tell you the truth, I don't really remember.
That's fine, I guess.
Oh no, I gotta go. I need to go and buy some supplies for the trip at the supermarket. It's been a while since I went on a trip this long distance, so I've got some major stocking up to do. Sorry if I confused you, babe. There are no changes to my plans to see my brother or visit my friend in the hospital, so don't worry, okay? You could just forget about all that stuff I just said.
Right, got it.
Hey, Patrick. Just letting you know I arrived safely at the station in my hometown.
That's great, Elena. I'm really pleased to hear it.
I'm about to stop by to see my brother and his family, and after that I'll be visiting my friend at the hospital. After that, me and some of the girls from my old class plan on meeting up for some drinks in the hotel lobby before letting our hair down and shooting the breeze for a little while at the hotel hot spring resort. Then tomorrow is the class reunion. I'll be pretty busy over the next couple of days, so there's a chance I won't be able to reply straight away if you message. It's probably for the best if you wait until I'm done with everything here before reaching out again.
I see.
If you need anything, just message me or leave me a voicemail, and I'll check it after I get wrapped up here.
Alright, understood. You really are going to be a busy girl, huh, Elena?
Hey, Vince. I just got done visiting my brother and his family and finally got checked into the hot spring resort. When will you be arriving? You said you'd be heading straight down after work, right? Did you clock off yet? Are you on the train already? Oh yeah, guess what? My blockhead husband still doesn't have the faintest idea what I'm actually doing here. Imagine his shock if he knew his wife was doing it with his own cousin behind his back. I told him I was only coming back to my hometown to see my brother and visit a friend in the hospital, and he actually bought it. Can you believe how dense that guy is? Oh yeah, and that's not all. I accidentally almost let everything slip when I messaged him thinking I was talking to you, but I covered it up by saying the business hotel I was staying at had a hot spring resort. I thought the jig was up, but he fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Obviously, that pea-brained moron is paying for the whole thing. We can finally be together without having to hide or caring what anyone thinks, baby. So let's just make the most of it. Let's have the time of our lives on my husband's dime. We can make steamy love in a luxury hot spring for free. How does that sound, my big hunky stallion?
Alina, could you just confirm the hotel name so I know I'm headed to the right place? I'll need our room number too.
Sure thing. The hotel's called The Naughty Kitten, and we're in room 69. Hurry up and get here, big boy. My juices are already flowing at the thought of you grabbing hold of me with those big, manly hands and violating relentlessly until I can barely walk. Ravage me, baby.
Got it. Hey, Vince. Where are you, asshole? Huh? Wait. Is this Patrick? Well, ain't that a blast from the past? What's it been now, like 3 years? Asshole? Is that the way you greet your cousin? I asked you a question. I'm not... I'm on the train. Why? You wouldn't happen to be on your way to the hot spring resort where Alina's waiting for you, would you? No. I knew it. So you did know. What? What? No what? You're on your way to spend the night at a hot spring resort with my wife, right? What the crap's gotten into you, Patrick? Like hell I'd put my hands on your wife. What do you take me for? Jeez. A lying asshole. You can drop the act already because I know everything. Huh? What are you talking about? Alina accidentally sent me a bunch of messages that were intended for you. That's how I found out about the affair. God damn it, seriously? And that's how I know you're on your way to a hot spring resort to spend the night with her. God shitting damn it! Why did she have to go and do something so stupid? Always knew you had loose morals when it came to women and money. But I gotta admit, I never thought you had it in you to get involved with another guy's wife. Do you know what, Vince? I used to think you were a nice guy. But it turns out you're the most unprincipled asshole I've ever met. Screw it. What's the point in denying it if you already know? You're right. I'm piping your wife. We're spending the weekend on vacation together at a luxury hot spring resort. The plan is to bang her brains out all weekend in our private room with an open-air tub. I see. What the hell kind of response is that? Do you even understand what I just said? I'm plowing your woman, loser. You could at least give me a good reaction. The fact that you went out of your way to message me after 3 years like this must mean you're here to try and stop me, right? I guess you could say that. Good luck trying to do that when you don't even know which hot spring resort we're staying at. The Naughty Kitten. What the heck? I pretended to be you and asked for the address when Alina messaged me by mistake. Holy heck, you gotta be joking me! There's only one hot spring resort called the Naughty Kitten in all of America. It was only a matter of time before I found you once I had the name. Holy Jesus balls, are you for real right now? If you pull out now, I'll knock a small amount off the compensation you're gonna owe me real soon. Compensation? However, if you ignore this warning and go ahead with your hot spring resort vacation with my wife, there's a strong possibility I'll charge you double. Double? Damn you, asshole! I don't think that's any way to speak to someone when you're in desperate need of their mercy and lenience, Vince. Anyway, what will it be? Fine, you win. So, I just need to go home? Yes, and then you need to block Elena's number. If I find out you guys have been in contact behind my back after today, I swear I'll charge you so much compensation you'll be stuck in an endless cycle of debt and suffering for the rest of your life to pay it off. Jesus, Patrick, point taken. I didn't know you could be such a hard ass.
Vincey, baby, where are you? What's taking so long? Hurry up! I'm ready to get down and dirty, you big slowpoke. You know, there isn't a day that goes by where I don't wish I met you first instead of that loser Patrick. Sure, he makes a lot of money, and it's nice to have everything paid for without ever having to work, but my God, is he boring. He's a total wet noodle. Still, this little thing we have going on now ain't half bad, huh? I think we should carry on as we are for now. I want to use as much of his money while he still has it. You always hear people say love and marriage are two different things, but it really is true. I'm not ready to divorce my ATM husband yet, but you're still my #1 baby.
That's funny, because I despise you.
What the hell?
Elena, you still haven't noticed, have you?
What are you talking about, Vince? Quit acting weird.
Jeez, how dumb can you be? Sure, our display pics do both coincidentally happen to be pictures of dogs. And I guess the breeds do kind of look similar, but still. I thought you noticed if you kept making the same mistake, but it looks like I severely overestimated your intelligence and literally have to spell it out for you.
What the...
Are you familiar with the concept of messaging the wrong person?
The wrong person?
This is not who you think it is.
It isn't?
It's me, Patrick, your husband.
No way.
Hey there, you cheating whore. You should know that you're wasting time if you're trying to get in contact with Vince. I made him an offer he couldn't refuse that included a smaller compensation payment. Something tells me you'll never hear from him again.
No, Patrick, don't you see? You've got this all wrong, I swear. It was just, a joke. Yeah, that's it. This whole thing was nothing but one big fat prank. The truth is, it's actually a big group of us staying here. Me and Vince are staying in separate rooms, I promise.
Cut the crap, Elena. It's too late for you now.
Please forgive me, I'm begging you. Listen, baby, how does this sound? How about you come to the Naughty Kitten and we spend a night of wild passion between the sheets? Will that make this better for you?
Excuse me?
You know, like, we could spend the night together is my way of apologizing.
Please don't say such disgusting things. I don't have a sick bucket nearby.
What? But why not? I can't think of anything more amazing than vacation at a hot spring resort as a couple.
Let me get this straight. You're asking me to spend the night with you, my cheating wife, in the place you intended to cheat on me with?
Well...
Kelvin's on the way to collect you now.
Huh? You mean my brother? Why would he be involved in this?
Of course I mean your brother, and of course he's involved. I just got done talking with him, and it turns out you did actually show your face at his house, and you did actually visit your friend in hospital. It was when he told me that the Naughty Kitten is only 2 stations away from your hometown that everything made sense.
Whoa, no, wait a sec.
He's going to be holding you at his house while keeping you under surveillance for the time being.
What? At his house? No, I can't stay there. My niece has exams soon.
Kelvin told me all about how these exams she has coming up are only practice exams, and that in any case, your niece is so gifted and intelligent. She aces literally everything at school with no effort.
Oh my God.
The bottom line is that you're totally fine to stay there. Now, shall we move on to putting an end to this once and for all?
Oh my God, that sounds dramatic. What do you mean?
My compensation.
What?
The divorce.
No!
You cheated on me. What the hell did you expect to happen?
Please, Patrick, I'm begging you. I only did it one time. I thought you had a big heart. Surely you can find it inside yourself to forgive me. I promise I'll never do it again. I can't bear the thought of losing you, baby.
Correction. It's not that you can't bear the thought of losing me. You just can't bear the thought of losing my money.
No, that's not true. You're my special pumpkin pie, and my life is meaningless without you. I love you, baby. I love you and no one else. It was never about the money. That was just crazy talk.
Why are you even there? Why are you even trying to hide it? Did you forget about all those messages you sent me by mistake? Listen, Alina. There may have been a time when I was your special pumpkin pie. Those days are gone now.
Well, those messages, they were,
Oh, looks like your brother is about to arrive.
Huh?
You said room 69, right?
Wait a sec. Did you pretend to be Vince even though you knew I didn't mean to message you just to find out my room number?
Bingo. Impressed, Alina. Maybe you do have a brain after all.
You deceitful prick. That's not fair.
I'd say cheating on me was a little more deceitful and unfair, but whatever floats your boat.
Patrick, will you hear me out? I swear on my life that if you forgive me this one time, I'll never, ever cheat on you again for as long as I live.
Give it a rest already, okay? Didn't I just tell you? I despise you.
What?
Expect a visit from our lawyer in the coming days.
Wait, no! You can't seriously mean that, right?
You'll see how much I mean it soon enough. All further communications will go through my lawyer. Goodbye.
Oh my god, who even does this? I don't want a divorce.
After that, my brother-in-law Kelvin explained the situation to the receptionist at the Naughty Kitten and checked Alina out early. Thanks to his support and the assistance of my incredible lawyer, the divorce was finalized without a hitch. Amazingly, I even got my compensation quickly in one lump sum. As for my cousin Vince, he got disowned by the entire family when they found out what he did. I don't have a clue where he is nowadays, and to be honest, I don't care. As for my ex-wife, Kelvin tells me she's still desperate to patch things up with me and spends her days tormented by consequences of what she did. Thank God I work from home and was able to move as far away from her as possible, huh? Remote workers? Raise your dongers. Hooah!
Sharon, is this some kind of joke? You're getting married? Seriously? Who's the groom? His specs are lower than my husband, right? I will not be happy if he's better looking or makes more money than my Frank. If it turns out he is, I'll do everything in my power to make sure your wedding never happens. Hey, are you listening to me? Tell me who he is now. Sharon, hello? Answer me, for crying out loud. God, Clarissa, would you stop it already? The notifications are driving me crazy. What the hell do my husband's specs have to do with you? You talk about him like he's a frickin' car. Jeez. They have everything to do with me. I put a lot of effort into finding and bagging myself a handsome guy who makes a lot of money. It's not fair if you get to marry someone better and I won't have it. How can you not understand this? It's called basic common sense and decency. I'm not asking you to celebrate for us if you're opposed to the wedding. That's your proclivity and it has nothing to do with me. Oh my God, is it true? Is he really a better catch than my husband? I'm guessing you messaged me after seeing my Facebook? His page is linked in a lot of my posts, so if you took a proper look, I'm sure you'd understand. Huh? Understand what? Oh my God, what the hell is that photo? Bruce? Is this the same Bruce I'm thinking of? He's that porky little zit-riddled four-eyed nerd from our class. Actually, he's much taller than me now, and his skin is cleared up nicely. I'll admit he looks better than I remember him, but something's not right here. I can't believe it, Sharon! My jaw almost hit the floor! Alright, so are we done now? There's no way he changed that much naturally. Admit it, he got plastic surgery to fix his busted face, didn't he? I bet he's wearing platform shoes to hide the fact he's a midget, too. No, that's just Bruce as he is. And seriously, is this any way to go talking about my fiance? Cut it out already. I'm done talking to you. Bye. Yo, Sharon! I just arrived at the church. And I must say, there aren't many hot guys here. Most of them look like they work low-wage loser jobs, like store clerks or cops. I guess after how hard I worked to bag myself a high-rolling model-level stud, nothing is ever going to compare, but still, it's hilarious to get the occasional reminder of what a pathetic waste of space the average woman has to settle for. I've never seen such a sorry group of men. They're so mediocre their girlfriends will probably end up getting stolen by AI. I wonder who the best man in Bridesmaids are. I mean, I'm sure they're going to be unimpressive losers with no public speaking ability, but I'm still kind of curious. Don't worry, at least with me being here, the atmosphere will improve a little due to my stunning good looks and beauty. Hey, why the hell did you kick me out? To think I was kind enough to give a performance and a speech, and this is how you repay me? Why would you kick me out of the banquet hall? You're horrible. The whole hall was captivated by my wonderful performance, but you had to go and spoil it for everyone, huh? What was it, jealousy? Well, it ain't my fault. I'm more beautiful, gorgeous, and stunning than you'll ever be. I was born this way, and I can't help it. Have you no shame? You can't have people kicked out of your wedding because they make you feel jealous, you small-minded bitch. God, anyone would think that we were still in high school. Sharon! You have your phone with you, right? You could at least reply to me after kicking me out of your wedding. Ugh. Oh my god, Sharon, are you like for real right now? I can't believe you block me like this after I went out of my way to show up at your frickin' wedding. Fine, have it your way. After seeing your husband, I must say, he's a lot hunkier than I expected. And it would suck to go home after coming out all this way. All right, that settles it. I'll wait until the banquet is over so I can rejoin you guys at the after party. Clarissa, what the hell was that little stunt you pulled in the banquet hall? I never asked you to perform for us, and I never asked you to give a speech. Also, my friend on reception told me that apparently after you walked in and saw everyone handing over their gifts, you burst out laughing and shouted, "Me? Give that ugly hoe a gift? No way!" in front of about 20 people. I'm not saying you're obligated to give me a gift, but you could have at least been respectful towards me given you were at my wedding. Oh, is the banquet over already? I bet the atmosphere fizzled out the moment I left the hall, right? There's no way a bunch of wet noodles like you guys have any idea how to party. That's why I decided to liven things up with my performance. Answer my damned question. Yeah, whatever. The performance and the speech, right? I just knew that I had to do something to liven the place up when I saw what a bunch of low-energy losers the guests were. Really? You should be thanking me. You know, there are lots of people who'd pay good money to have a beauty like me on center stage at their wedding. Oh, and one more thing. Quit being so damn materialistic with all this complaining about gifts. We're friends, so why should I have to give you anything? Geez, next thing you know, you'll be asking me for money. Excuse me? If anything, you should be paying me for the wonderful performance and speech I gave. That was what you call wonderful? Yep, and don't you just know it? You can't deny the entire hall was captivated by my good looks and mesmerizing charisma the moment I stepped up on stage. Your fiancé Bruce fell in love with me too, didn't he? Go on, you can admit it. I can assure you he most definitely didn't. And wow, Sharon, I must say, I thought Bruce was kinda dishy when I saw him in those pictures on Facebook, but he's even better in real life. How the hell did a worn-out old bag like you manage to snag yourself such a hunk? Don't get me wrong, he's nothing compared to my husband, but he's certainly not outside the scope of consideration for the guy I'd consider getting down and dirty with. if you catch my drift. Scope of consideration? God, you really do disgust me, Clarissa. Anyway, in return for my wonderful performance and speech, I'll be taking possession of your husband. Huh? If you're not going to pay me for my services, I'm happy to accept your man instead. Why would I give you Bruce? He's my husband. Relax, girl. It's not like I'm telling you to divorce him. You can just lend him to me every now and then when I need a good servicing, if you catch my drift. Lend him to you? Listen, Sharon, to tell you the truth, my husband Frank is, well, he has a lot of money and he's as handsome as they come. But when it comes to things between the sheets, he's a little underwhelming. It's starting to become a real source of anxiety for me. You must know what it's like when you're not satisfied in the bedroom, right, babe? So what? Why does that mean I should lend you my husband? Your underwhelming sex life isn't our problem. Quit being so stubborn, would ya? If you must know, I've actually been trying out a bunch of new guys recently. You know, to see if I can find one I'm compatible with. I was hoping you could let me give Bruce a test run. Are you insane? I'm obviously not lending you my husband for a test run. What is he, a freaking car? But why? Is this real life? Are you seriously asking me such a ridiculous, inappropriate question on my wedding day of all days? What's the problem? I'll only need him for like 15 minutes max? What is wrong with you? How is it possible that you think this is acceptable? Have you actually lost your mind? Hey, now that's just rude. Everyone does this kind of thing behind closed doors, you know. Actually, I'm pretty sure they don't. Actually, I guess a worn-out hag like you probably wouldn't get included, so it's no wonder that you don't know. I guess only stunners like me get offers regularly. Sorry for confusing you, sweetie. Anyway, the bottom line is your husband is hot, and I want to try him out, so be a darling and lend me him for a little while, okay? Just let me test him out for 15 minutes, and if it turns out we have no chemistry, you can have him back. Okay. Why the hell are you asking me this crap? Oh, you're right. I should be asking Bruce instead. Okay, so if he says yes, do you promise not to complain anymore? That's not what I meant. Anyway, forget Bruce. There's another guy here who wants to talk to you. You mean there's some other poor guy who was powerless to resist my stunning good looks and fell for me in the blink of an eye? Is he even more handsome than Bruce? Well, it's a matter of taste, but I have a feeling he'll be to your liking. Wow, really? Oh, now I'm excited. I take it you want to meet him then? Of course I do. All right, I'll introduce you later. Woohoo! Thanks, babe. First of all, you need to head to room 1502 of the hotel next to the church. Apparently that's where he'll be staying tonight. Okay, I see. This escalated quickly. I like when things move fast, if you catch my drift. But in return for arranging this meeting, I need you to promise to stay away from Bruce. Whoa there, don't get carried away, Sharon. I'll only agree to that if tonight's friend turns out to be my type. Alrighty, no time to waste. Off I go. Sharon, what the hell is this? Are you for real? Why was my husband waiting for me in room 1502? Clarissa, do you still have no idea of the gravity of what you did at mine and Bruce's wedding in the banquet hall? Huh? You mean my wonderful performance and speech that I gave you for free? Which part of that was wonderful? You stole the mic from my frickin' bridesmaid in the middle of her speech and started rambling about your stunning good looks. What the hell did anything you said have to do with my wedding? And more importantly, why did you think it was an acceptable thing to do in the first place? So it wasn't a traditional wedding speech, so what? The whole hall was so captivated they could barely take their eyes off me. Lord knows it was way more interesting than whatever that bimbo I took the mic off was babbling on about. Captivated? Sure, the whole hall might have been watching you, and in a sense, I guess they were captivated, but not in a good way. Everyone was astonished and disgusted by what you did. You don't know that. Oh, yes, I do, because they told me. Everyone in attendance was repulsed and embarrassed by your behavior. Huh? Quit lying, Sharon. Everyone knows my speech was way more interesting than your bridesmaids. What the heck was she even talking about anyway? I swear I would have fallen asleep if I'd listened to her for 1 second longer. When you got done complimenting yourself, you launched into a hateful tirade against me, going on and on about how it was a miracle I found a husband and how I'd be lucky if he didn't leave me. Then, as if that wasn't outrageous enough, you were so arrogant and crass as to offer me your sloppy seconds if Bruce's performances in the bedroom weren't up to scratch. Is there even a single person on the planet who'd be pleased with a wedding speech like that? I felt like I was gonna vomit. Ugh, and don't even get me started on that song you sung. What the hell even was that? It was my favorite song, duh. Everyone knows that song is about breakups. Why would you sing it at my wedding? I don't know how, but for some reason I made it to the end of your speech without having you thrown out on your ass. But I lost it when you started singing. I had no choice but to ask security to remove you from the premises. We already had a musician booked, and it most certainly wasn't you. Huh? You did? I didn't know that. I'm just grateful that guy managed to distract everyone as you were being thrown out and bring back a sense of normality to the whole thing. But that doesn't change the fact that you almost ruined my wedding. That's nice, Sharon, but I don't see how any of this has anything to do with my husband. I was so looking forward to getting to that hotel room and finding out what kind of hunky stallion I'd be spending the night with. But when I opened the door, my frickin' husband was sitting there. You had no right to trick me like that. Based on what you're saying, I'm guessing you had no idea who the guy who grabbed the mic off you was when you pulled your crazy little stunt, huh? Maybe you couldn't hear his calls of, "We must not let this wedding be ruined by the selfish actions of one individual," amidst the chaos of being restrained and carried across the hall by 2 security guards. First of all, he didn't grab the mic off me. I handed it over willingly when I saw him marching over with that angry look on his face. As for who he is, isn't he your relative or something? I think he got introduced to me earlier on, but I wasn't paying attention. But seriously, who cares? He's my uncle. Wow, big deal. Am I supposed to be shocked or something? The way you were building up to it, I thought you were going to say he was an FBI agent. Actually, you probably should care. Because it just so happens that my uncle is the CEO of your husband's company. What? Not only that, but your husband also owes him a huge debt of gratitude for helping him get a job there a few years back. Apparently, he heard you showed up from one of the other guests, and with that, he rushed over in a panic. I guess he had a feeling you'd be up to no good. Of course, he apologized profusely for what you did. Huh? Oh, and he saw your messages asking me to lend you my husband, too? No way. Are you kidding me? Why would you show him those? Naturally, that means he saw you complaining about your husband not doing enough to satisfy you in the bedroom. Seriously? Yep. So that's where things stand for you right about now. Oh my god, does this mean Frank's going to find out about what I said about him? But I'm not ready to tell him yet. I was supposed to find someone better first. You're evil. Sharon, please, you have to undo this. Won't you help me somehow? You made your bed. Now lie in it. If you want to get out of this mess, you need to do it by yourself. You make it sound easy. I can't do this by myself, Sharon. Ugh. Not my problem. But I'm your friend, and I'm in trouble. The fact that you think you and I are still friends after that crazy little stunt you pulled at my wedding is plain worrying. Huh? I regret even inviting you. To be honest, I had a bad feeling about it when I was making the invites, but I knew if I didn't, you'd never stop whining at me about it. I sure as hell wouldn't have invited you if I knew this would happen. Oh my god, you're horrible! You only have yourself to blame. No, help me! Goodbye. Sharon! Apparently the messages at the end there were sent from the banquet hall bathroom, where she'd locked herself in after sneaking back into the venue. At that point, Clarissa's life went totally off the rails. She began spending her husband's money like it grew on trees. Before long, her husband Frank had no choice but to confiscate all of her bank cards. I found out later on that he'd given her $300 before the wedding to buy me and my husband a wedding gift. But she spent it on a brand bag and fashion accessories for herself before the ceremony started. After the incident at the wedding and his meeting his wife in the hotel room at my arrangement, Frank did some serious soul-searching. He also decided to hire a private investigator to look into Clarissa's infidelity. Unsurprisingly, it was found that she'd been cheating on him, but my jaw almost hit the floor when I found out how many guys she'd been seeing. Apparently, it was in the double digits. Upon hearing about her despicable behavior, Clarissa was shunned by all of her friends. And her lovers all broke up with her. I don't know if suddenly being totally starved of male attention made her lonely, but apparently she went into the night industry and began making a living selling her body. Last I heard, she's seeing at least 5 different guys a night in a desperate attempt to come up with my compensation.